Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I think you were born ready for this.
Me too.
So we're basically going to install Corsair's new XG water block onto a Founders Edition RTX 2080, and I'm going to make my wife do it because, you know, I've been working extra hard. I deserve a break. I think I deserve this. So
I'm willing to help you out.
yeah, of course. And you know how to operate a screwdriver. Come on. I mean, how hard could it be?
It can't be hard.
All right, and they're saying that this is supposed to be a more seamless integration and installation than existing water blocks on the market. So I think this is good. You know, you've actually never installed the water block in your life.
No, I
so
have not.
what better proof of performance than right now? So all right, go ahead. First step, you got to remove the
larger screw.
This is a lousy air cooler on here. There's a lousy back plate, just asking to be upgraded. All right, so remember we're on a time crunch here because in about 30 minutes or so, we're gonna have a whole group of Chinese press walk straight through that door and completely obliterate this video. So this is a ticking time bomb right now. Not to put any pressure on you, but you better hurry your ass up. This is actually probably the longest part of the process. Has nothing to do with the actual Corsair block, but just removing the stock cooler from our RTX 2080 FE is a bit on the tedious side. Now, while she's doing that, I'm gonna just briefly talk about this. So they actually have pre-installed thermal pads, which is probably the second most time-consuming part of GPU water block installation. But having them all pre-applied like this definitely saves you a chunk of time. And there's also a nice little cover here for pre-applied thermal paste. Very nice that that's pre-applied because there's so many different schools of thought on the best way to apply thermal paste. So it's kind of nice that they've already taken care of that for you. Also, if you just look at the design of the block itself, kind of have like a Dominator look right here on the inlet and outlet ports. This is extruded aluminum. It's very nice to the touch, kind of a matte black finish. Are you done? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and
I have to very carefully.
Yes, carefully remove it, making sure not to damage anything.
I'm nervous.
Now this is super fragile. One wrong step, you could completely damage the $700 GPU that's just beneath. It might be a little sticky.
Oh, that's what.
Oh, there it is. You got it. Beautiful. Oh wait, are there more hex screws under here? Yes, there are. Okay, so now we need to find a hex. Yeah, cue Jeopardy music. Okay. So now, all right, I think you got all the screws off, right?
Yeah, I don't pull this off, right?
Oh yeah, you can. You should be able to pull the shroud off now from the PCB. Separate the two.
So just pull up. I don't want to break anything.
You just gotta be. You gotta show it who's boss. All right. Ah! Oh, you broke it. Just kidding. I just want to give you a quick little heart flutter there. You're good. So go ahead and take that all the way off. Go ahead and unplug that. Yep, from the PCB side. It just should disconnect.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Now we don't need him anymore. And now we can finally install this guy. So that was about roughly 12 minutes to just get the stock Founders Edition block off of there. Or not block, but air cooler. And now we're gonna see how long it actually takes wifey to install the XG. Okay, so here we have some cabling for the RGB LEDs that are on board. And she's gonna make sure to unzip tie those. Pop that sucker off. You should probably first clean off the GPU, but we actually have some assistance at the moment, which is very helpful. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Yeah, you always want to make sure that you get the residual thermal pad off of there and make sure it's not going to interfere with your fresh new pads. You definitely want to make sure that these cables are routed around in that little groove there, so you don't pinch them down when you connect the block. And then it's just a matter of screwing it all back in, kind of doing the opposite of what you just did. Okay. All right, so this is our sort of anomaly screw here because it does need a nut on the other side just to secure the expansion slots to it. All right, just easy does it. Beautiful. Oh, look at that mounting technique. And then it's just a matter of screwing down. But make sure you put the GPU backplate on first. Very cool that this actually comes included with the XG water block. That's a huge bonus add because these can be upwards of $40 from competitors who we won't name. Yep. There it is. And sometimes what I like to do is leave the screws just a little bit loose. That one you can probably tighten, but the other ones, if you want to leave a little loose, just to give a little bit of wiggle room for the back plate in case you need to wiggle it around for lining up with the other mounting holes. 243, plenty of time.
If I keep doing that,
yeah.
I'm not gonna make it.
What if you put the screw in the screw hole first and then do that?
No, this is fine.
Okay, that works. You got it.
Oh my God.
But it looks like you're practically done. You have what?
I have 3 more, that's it.
3 more screws. Okay, so on the recorder here, it's been under 10 minutes. You basically installed this block in about 8 minutes.
Perfect.
If you're not including the removal of the Founders Edition shroud. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Wifey Sauce, good job. I would give you a round of applause. Yeah, okay. So what did you think?
It was actually very easy to install. I could do this again without your help.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay. It's good, it's good. I'm glad I married an independent woman. I mean, it definitely takes a lot of the intimidation factor, I think, out of custom water cooling. Something like this is definitely a factor that I've heard a lot of people talk about being scared of when they're actually doing their first liquid loop, or first custom loop. But as you see here, folks, even a wife could do it. Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
Good job.
You know, high five. Teamwork. All right, I think we need to get out now.
Yeah.